put the crowd, in the back of our minds, make a run of our own, and then take the crowd out of it. That's what we need to do.
Opening tip is controlled by Georgia Tech. A couple of 6'11" guys in the center circle. Onwuchekwa out-jumped Asa Newell for the first possession of the game. Tech works right to left from our vantage point. They go to the basket, immediately go to Ndongo, and he missed a tap-in lay-in from the left side of the iron. Georgia with the rebound. Lawrence to Blue Cane in the front court, down to the far right end of the floor here from our vantage point at McCamish Pavilion. Asa Newell in the paint. He pivots, he puts it up, it won't go. There's Godfrey for the tap-in from the left side of the rim.
Let's just pick right up where we left off, huh? Randall.
Opening tip-off brought to you by Northside Hospital, guided by one clear direction, a mission to heal. Our healthcare providers live it every day. If you and your family are looking for a healthier future, look to Northside Hospital. Ndongo with a basketball, pump fake on the left block, trying to get it over Godfrey. It rolled over the rim, no good. Newell got the rebound and saved it with his toe right on the baseline under the basket. Georgia has the basketball and a 2-0 lead. Blue Cane fakes right, drives left, feeds Silas Demery along the baseline on the left side. He puts it on the floor and drives towards the basket and is tripped and fouled by Georgia Tech. And that foul will be on Nathan George for the Yellow Jackets, his first.
George just a little bit slow sliding over to block that baseline path for Silas. So he gets the blocking charge.
Dogs get 20 on the shot clock, and Demery will inbound it left of the basket. Pat Adams, Lee Cassell, and Jeb Hartness, our trio of officials tonight here in Atlanta. Demery throws it into Kane, and
he out of bounds.
Stepped out of bounds when he took the inbounds. Right in front of the Tech bench down on the far end of the floor.
He was curling, and his momentum just kind of carried him about a step out of bounds.
So the Dogs turn it over. Tech will have it 2-0. Georgia in front, just underway here at McCamish Pavilion. Nathan George works it into the front court, works against Demery. They screen, a nasty screen on Silas. He dumps it to the screener, Ndongo. He spins in the paint, puts it up with one hand, won't go. Onwuchekwa got the rebound for Georgia Tech. Offensive board for the Yellow Jackets. They attack with George, and a foul on the Dogs is whistled. And I think it's going to be a Lawrence. Tyron Lawrence picks up his first. Dogs with Lawrence, Kane, Demery, Newell, and Godfrey are 5 on the floor. Georgia Tech will throw it in front court on the right baseline. Javian McCollum inbounds it. Tech runs an alley-oop. Well, they tried to. A high lob pass down on the baseline. Nowhere near the basket, though. Ndongo caught it, sent it back out. George takes a 3 straight away. That's off the rim and rebounded by the Dogs. Georgia quickly into the front court down to the right end. Godfrey across the top of the key. 3 dribbles. Gives it to Kane. Kane dribbles it to the foul line. They go into the left corner to Lawrence. Tyron weaves his way to the foul line. Across the paint to Godfrey. Pivots left, pivots right. Jump hook won't go. Rebounded by Tech. Their big 6'11". Onwuchekwa got the rebound. Tech's basketball. Georgia with a 2-0 lead. They work on the far side of the floor. Here's a baseline jumper for 2, and that's good. First points of the game, Koasi Reeves, the Florida transfer at 6'7", with his first basket. 2-2 is our score. Dogs work in the front court. Lawrence pulls it away from his defender, Nathan George, taking a man-to-man. Demery feeds it in. Bad pass stolen by Onwuchekwa. Took it away from Godfrey. Tech runs the floor. Driving layup attempt won't go. Rebound knocked to the floor. Bounces out of bounds to our left. And it's going to be maintained by Tech, I believe. Georgia touched it out last.
We not only touched it out, but RJ was laying on the floor, and it hit him when he was laying out of bounds.
So if one way wasn't going to do it, the other way was. Right?
Yeah.
Tech feeds it in. They work it around the perimeter. Plenty of time on their shot clock. They go to the big guy, or one of their big guys anyway, Ndongo. He works against Silas Demery, mismatched defensively, and that's an easy size advantage for Georgia Tech, and it pays dividends as Ndongo gets his first points. Long 3 by the Dogs. Demery won't go. Back iron. Long rebound and a foul, a push on Blue Cane on the loose ball.
Well, you know what I missed? I was wondering how he got so by himself to get that rebound. That's how.
When you shove the other guy,
shove, yeah,
it helps a little bit.
It clears area.
There's some space, that's right. Tech with a 4-2 lead and the basketball. Nathan George, the 6'3" guard from Canada, will bring it into the front court. They work right to left here in the half. Gillespie Reeves with the ball. Kane's on him. They go around to the far side of the floor. Now on the baseline to Ndongo. Godfrey's trying to body up on him. And the Tech forward is trying to back our man down. Come near side. George spins left of the lane. No shot. Gives it to Reeves with the shot clock running out. Throws up an air ball. And that's a shot clock violation. And the Dogs bench likes that, Chuck.
Yeah, outstanding defense by Georgia. They were pressuring the ball everywhere, forcing Georgia Tech to pass quickly. And they just ran out of time. Made one too many passes.
Tech's head coach Damon Stoudemire with a scowl on his face. He was disgusted by that shot clock violation by his team. Dogs have the ball. It's 4-2. Tech in front. Demery with the ball. Screened by Newell. Silas dribbles left. Now back right. Bounce pass left to Newell. Goes to the rack. They pin it on the board and block it. Big Dongo just blocked Newell's shot. 6'9" against 6'11". Tech with a takeaway. They have the ball. McCollum tries to drive. Now he'll deliver to the far side of the floor to George. He backs away. Kane goes with him. Little screen and roll to the big guy. Kick into the left corner. Gillespie Reeves. 3 rattles out right in front of the students. And the rebound plops right down into the hands of Blue Cane. Kane into the front court for the Dogs. Georgia in all red tonight. Tech in all white. Here's Demery. Trots to the right side. Defender goes with him. Now back to the left, up the wing. Scoops it over to Kane. 12 on the shot clock. We go to Big Godfrey. He bumps and grinds his way down. Misses a little right-handed lay-in off the rim. Rebound goes out of bounds. And
traffic to get here today.
You did a good job of weaving,
Thank
by the
you.
way. I applaud you on your effort. Tech inbounds, and they'll bring it up the floor. Dakota LeFew has checked in for the Dogs, as has Somto Surreal. Jump shot on the 3 ball, I do believe we fouled. No, are they saying 2 shots or 3?
That's 3, it looks like.
Foul was on LeFew. Just into the game. Dakota getting his feet wet. So 3 foul shots coming for McCollum, who is 7 of 8 at the line this year. Has big, puffy pink shoes on. It's 2, yeah, they changed it. It's a 2-shot.
It's a 2-shot.
2-shot foul, not 3, and I think that was Mike's point, I'm guessing.
Well, it happened right in front of Mike, so, I mean, he had a really good view of it. Mike's brother, Danny White, the AD at Tennessee, is here tonight.
First foul shot is off the front of the rim by McCollum, no good.
I can't imagine what brings him to the state of Georgia, but
I guess he just wanted to see his brother.
Wanted to see his brother, yeah. Wanted to see Georgia and Georgia Tech play basketball.
That's right. Second foul shot is right through the heart. Good. McCollum made 1. 5-2. Tech with a lead, just under 15 minutes to go. Demery gets all the way to the basket. Boy. Easy pump fake and a lay-in. Good for Silas.
Silas is so good when if you give him that little opening, he'll squirt by you and get to the rim, then get in the air. You go by him and he lays it in.
He did just that. McCollum gets in deep. Dongo, the trailer, they gave him the ball and he just rolls it up and in. He's got 4, Tech 7, and Georgia 4. Dogs ball, LeFew holding it, pulling it away on the right hip. Now he dribbles twice. Reeves guards him. Big Somto has it, pivots along the 3-point line and drops it off to Kane behind him. Then give and go to Somto all the way down the lane. He missed the driving lay-in. A little too hard off the backboard. He got fouled, though, and he's going to get 2 free throws.
I'll tell you what, that was a very smooth, athletic move by Somto. I mean, he jumped from about 7 feet away and just kind of gliding through the air, just missed the shot.
Foul was on Dongo for Georgia Tech, his first. And Cyril to the line, 6'11", 260, the freshman from Nigeria. Spent the last 2 years of his high school career in Atlanta at Overtime Elite. He misses that foul shot. He's 0 for 3 now at the line this season. Somto, of course, originally signing with Kentucky until John Calipari left for Arkansas, and then he had options. And he's wearing red and black as he hits that second free throw. He made 1 out of 2. It's 7-5. Dogs trail by 2. Tech with the ball. Luke O'Brien in the game for Georgia Tech now. A transfer from Colorado, a 6'8" forward. Reeves feeds Dongo the ball on the left block against Somto. Pins him on the baseline. Tech gets it out of trouble. They rotate it around the perimeter. Go back into Dongo again. He extends this time out on the baseline. Shoots it over Somto off the far side of the rim. Rebounded by Asa Newell. Dogs with the ball left to right into the front court. Dimmery's got the ball deep on the right wing. Head of the key goes now to Kane. He uses a screen, launches a three, missed it badly right side. Somto got the rebound, pushes off, pump fake, lays it up and in. He got away with a push off there, Chuck.
Yeah, nice move. I saw the space clear, and then the nice move with the left hand.
That left arm came out and cleared some space, but they let him play that time. It's tied at 7 now. Tech basketball. O'Brien with a left-hand dribble into the paint. He's double-teamed there. Kicks it to his right. Dongo mishandled the dribble, but able to punch it over to a teammate, Kawasi Reeves. Pull up right of the lane for a mid-range 2. Won't go. Fight for the rebound through the legs. Out of bounds into the Georgia bench. And Pat Adams says Georgia basketball. Dogs are going to have possession right in front of our bench across the way. And Mike White's going to get Tyron Lawrence back into the ball game. And Blue Cane will check out. Dogs with Lawrence and LeFew. Dimmery. Looks like Godfrey will inbound, and then Big Somto down to the right end of the floor. That's our 5. 7-7, 13:02 to go. Half number 1 here in Atlanta tonight. Dimmery trots it into the front court, now explodes, cuts it off on the block. Tries to curl behind the screen. He trips over Somto, and I think Tech was trying to fight through the screen as well, and their guy gets called for a block, catching Silas with a knee. They say he's a little slow to get up. Teammates help him up off the floor. He's okay, though.
Little housework being done to mop up the sweat.
Lance Terry, the redshirt senior transfer from Gardner-Webb, called for the foul for Georgia Tech. That's his first and the team's third. LeFew has it on the logo for the Dogs. Dumps it to Godfrey inside the arc, just to the right of the circle. Picks up his dribble, goes to Dimmery on the right side. Tech jabs at it, knocks the ball away to half court. Silas chases it down. Shot clock running down. Fires a 3 on the right side. That's off the rim. And a foul is whistled underneath against the Dogs on a push on the rebound.
Somto.
That's his first. And Georgia's 4th. 12:32 on the clock, half 1. Low affair through the first 7.5 minutes. 7-7 is our count. Nathan George into the front court. He has to go laterally to get into the front side away from Lawrence. He's going to take it all the way to the rack. Scoop shot high off the glass. Won't go. Onwuchekwa puts it up on the right side, and Godfrey blocks it on the backboard, pins it up against and takes it away. Lawrence for 3 on the right end of the floor. He airballs it. Somto rebound left of the lane. Pump fake. In trouble. Pinned on the baseline. Oh, he got it to go somehow. How did that ever go? He shot it over their 6'11 guy with one hand.
And shot it on a line drive.
It's just like it just got sucked right down into the vortex as soon as it got over the basket. Dogs take a 9-7 lead. Here's O'Brien driving from the left wing. Tried to windmill it up and in. His shot hits the underside of the rim, taken away by the Dogs. He thought he got pushed. No whistle.
The Blue Cane gave him a good one.
Lawrence steps through 2 defenders on his way to the bucket, and there's a foul on the guys in white. Tech called for the foul. Terry, I think, picks up his second. And we got a timeout. Media timeout, 11:36 to go. Georgia by 2 now. It's the Dogs 9, Georgia Tech 7. Creek, Florida. LeFew will inbound it. The transfer from Mount St. Mary's, hometown Hampton, Georgia, and played at Jonesboro High School. Dakota lobs it in to Abson. He one-hands, and they work around the perimeter. Go back to Dakota. They set him up for a three. Missed it deep off the far side of the rim. Rebound goes to Tech. Dogs 0 for 5 on threes now.
And again, shot it just a little too quickly. You know, let the game come to. He had time to, to measure that a little more.
LeFew now 11 of 23 this season on three-pointers. And Tech on a drive and a foul called on the Dogs. They call a block. And they got Ty on that one. Tyron Lawrence, number 2 on the Vanderbilt transfer. And that's going to get Savo up off the bench and into the ballgame quickly so that there's not a threat of Lawrence picking up a third foul here. So Savo Drezgic, the 6'4 freshman guard from Serbia, checks into the ballgame. Pat Adams, Mike White mixing it up a little bit over there. And we were speaking so nicely about Pat in the pregame. Tech with the basketball. Pinned in on the far sideline is Nathan George. What defense by the Dogs. Godfrey, one of the guys on him, just arms raised to the sky, and George had nowhere to go right in front of the Georgia bench. He finally just threw it off one of our defenders, I think. So Tech's going to have to throw it back in from that spot on the floor. They get it into George, far side, on the wing. LeFew guarding. Dribbles towards the baseline, now back away to the half-court line. O'Brien with it. Handoff with 4 to shoot. George has to force it up from 2. Right side, he airballs it. Caught on the left block. They're going to have to check this one, I think. The basket went in. The shot clock expired.
Well, if we're going to talk about it, let's check it now. Let's not wait.
Yeah, since they've stopped the game, you're right.
Yeah, let's not wait 15 or 20 minutes.
And they will. Lee Cassell's going to go to the screen on the other side. And there was the announcement. That's kind of a new feature where the official actually lets the crowd in the seats know what they're doing.
Yeah,
it's kind of nice.
Can I tell you something? That was needed. We've seen so many games where and RJ's in there.
Savo, the freshman, left-hand dribble. Hooks it to LeFew with the left hand. Back to Savo. He's driving towards the baseline in the paint. Behind the back bounce pass to Godfrey. Oh! RJ tried to dribble closer to the basket. He lost the handle. And there's a tie-up on the floor. They call the jump ball, and the Dogs have the arrow. So Georgia keeps possession. Nice pass by Savo.
Beautiful
right
pass.
There, kind of a no-look behind the back bounce pass. 3 feet behind him to Godfrey.
Even before he arrived on campus in Athens, Mike White had told us that he's an elite passer. Young man that also reclassified up so he could come to school early.
Really good floor awareness, and he needed it then. Savo to inbound. He's looking, curling in the corners. Blue Cane taking the pass. He feeds Abson. He goes to the block. Turnaround jump hook with the left hand is good. Well, there may have been a right-hander down there in the corner. First 2 for Abson. Dogs by 4, 11-7. Tech with the ball. Jaden Mustaf is in the game now. He gets his shot blocked by Godfrey. A takeaway for the Dogs. We're off and running. 3-on-2 to Kane. The drive won't go. A whistle and a foul.
Well, that's
Drove
what
all
you
the
want
way
to
in
do.
From the left side. Blue took it to the rack, Chuck.
That's what you want to do. You want to take it to the rack. You want to make sure you get the contact. If it goes, all the better, but at least you're going to the line.
Foul was on Lance Terry. That's his second, the team's 5th. Blue Cane at the line. Blue 4 for 4 in their Tuesday night win over North Florida, 90-77. And he continues his streak. He's now 11 for 11 this season. That's his first point tonight. Kane had 11 on Tuesday night, another double-digit scoring game. He had a double-double, the first of his career in the previous game against Texas Southern. So he had a pretty good Peach State Classic.
Which was won by the Georgia Bulldogs.
That's right.
2-0.
Kane, right-hander. Free throw, good, both of them. And the sophomore from Knoxville, Tennessee, drains a pair for his first points of the game. And the Dogs extend the lead to 6, 13-7.
Mike White gets Asa and Silas back into the game now. Gives him a little size at the guard, and the obvious 6'11" size underneath with Asa.
Nathan George with a left-hand dribble. Kane's all in his business. They screen. George throws up the shot, and it'll go from the right side. Right of the lane, a long two-pointer for Nathan George, his first points, 13-9. Dogs by 4 with the ball. Savo, fancy dribbling through the legs, left hand, right hand. Now he gives it up over in the corner. Kane's going to go to Asa on the block. He can't drive. Back to Kane. Blue picks it up. They distribute to Savo, top of the key. He's at the elbow, and he's called for traveling. There was a little contact there, and it caused him to shuffle his feet.
Yeah, we may have, you know what, though? We may have caught the better of that because the contact
was initiated by Savo?
Yes, it was. So we may have gotten away with a foul and just got the travel, so we'll take that.
Either way, we'll turn it over. Georgia by 4. Tech with the ball. They come into the front court as we approach the 9-minute mark. George going to take it all the way in. Abson a little late getting over to the basket, and he's got the running layup for 2, his second basket of the game. He got just behind Justin Abson, who was reaching back to try to deflect that ball. Dogs on the right end of the floor, and before they can get a shot off, whistle blows. We got a foul on Tech. Savo was dribbling on the right wing, deep on the right near sideline. And the foul called on Tex O'Brien.
That's their 6th, I believe.
Yes. First on Luke O'Brien. Dogs inbound it. Blue Kane has it head of the key, has it stripped away. It bounces towards half court. He retrieves it. Goes to Silas on the wing. Left-hand dribble. Waist-high pass to Kane. Bounce pass to Abson through the paint, back to Silas. He'll drive in from the wing and off one leg. A little floater with the right hand is good just inside the foul line.
And he put plenty of arc on it, too, in case they were going to try to block that.
15-11. Dogs in front. Kawasi Reeves off balance 2 from the right side, off the rim. Rebound by the Dogs. Savo pushes it up the middle of the floor. Uses a screen from Abson. He rolls, comes back out. They give him the bounce pass. Send it to Silas in the right corner, off his hands and out of bounds. He turned it over. Not a hard pass from Abson, just off the mark for Silas to handle. I kind of got screened out by the courtside seat, so I didn't see if it deflected off his pass or if he didn't reach it.
You want me to move Rain Streeter sitting there? And he is. He was leaning over right in your view.
Well, he's not the only one. There's a whole host of folks in the courtside seats that block that right corner down on the right end of the floor.
At least as a Georgia fan, that's what we love.
Tech with the ball. Georgia by 4. 8 minutes to play, first half. Here's a 3 from the right corner. Won't go. Offensive rebound, Tech. And they give it up to Dongo. He missed just inside the right elbow, and that's off the rim. Rebound, Georgia. Demery's got the ball into the front court. And offensive foul, Big Somto. As their man sold the foul by falling down on his back on the screen by Somto. Have the basketball and we're turned loose, and here we go. Dogs back on defense except for Dakota LeFew. He's guarding McCollum, who's bringing it up the floor. Now they screen and switch, and they run an alley-oop, and they miss the dunk. Dongo too short on it. He caught the ball going down and tried to put it up, and he got rim with it. Georgia with a takeaway. The Dogs have it. Asa Newell has his shot blocked right under the basket on the left side. Just shoved right back to the floor by Tech, and here come the Yellow Jackets. Well, the big men are paying dividends for both sides tonight. O'Brien with a catch-and-shoot 3, all net. That's the first 3 of the game, and it goes to Georgia Tech. That's his first points, and it's 15-14, Dogs by 1. Godfrey has it, top of the key. Dribbles left, hands it to LeFew. He's going to dribble and drive, and the scoop up beautiful. And in from the right side. Good for Dakota LeFew.
Reaching out over the top of the Tech defense to lay that one off the glass.
He had a lane down that blue paint, took it all the way to the backboard. Dogs 17-14, in front by 3. Tech with a mid-range 2 from the right side. That's no good. Long rebound. Picked up on the run by Kane all the way to the rack against a one-on-one. He's bumped under the backboard, and the foul is called as the shot was no good. I didn't hear the whistle. I was wondering if they were just going to let him play on.
Just a smart play by Blue is so smart about doing just that. Going to the rim, make sure he gets the contact. He makes sure that comes, so he knows. And now he knows. Okay, I got the finish. You know, it didn't go for him. Didn't go a while ago, but he's going to the line for 2.
2 for 2 from the stripe tonight. That's all the points for Blue Kane this evening, and there's his first miss of the year. That free throw hit the back of the rim.
Why did you say that?
I have to tell the people what just happened.
Oh, my goodness. Is that why they called you the play-by-play guy?
Guy on the radio. Tell us what's going on.
Dude on the radio.
Kane will get one more free throw. That one's good. So he's 3 for 4 from the line tonight, 13 of 14 on the season from the free throw line. And Georgia has a 4-point lead, 18-14. 6:30 to go first half. Tech walks it across the timeline with George. Silas Demery there to guard. George hops his way across the Tech logo, middle of the floor, throws it, and it's stolen at middle of the floor by Asa Newell, and he'll drive in for a one-handed jam on the right end. First points of the game for Asa, and a high percentage shot. Just crushed it with the left hand. 20-14, Dogs by 6 again. Kawasi Reeves for 3, left corner with Kane all over him. Off the rim, rebound, touched out, they say, by Georgia. Godfrey and Dongo were going for it, and RJ is incredulous that it was out on him, says one of the referees. That was Jeb Hartness with that call. Tech now just 6 for 26 shooting the basketball tonight. They inbound, work their way around the perimeter. They go into the left corner to McCollum. Ace is on him. Step back 3 off the side of the rim. Asa got a hand in the face. Dogs rebound up ahead to Newell. Across to LeFew, back to Newell. He dropped it. He's surrounded. Ball is loose. He kicks it out, and we turn it over. Tech caught it at the top of the key. George runs, literally runs. Traveling could have been called. He lost the ball. We get the turnover instead. They didn't call traveling, but they easily could have. LeFew off the wing from the left side into the paint. Forces it up with the right hand, draws contact, and a foul on Tech. That's going to be 8 on the Yellow Jackets, and that foul is on Javian McCollum. His first, and that'll put the Dogs on the foul line.
George is just doing such an aggressive, great job defensively. I don't know if Mike White, I know he was very happy with the defense at that under 16 timeout, and I think he is still very happy with this defense.
LeFew hits the free throw, his first opportunity of the night. Dakota at 6'4". From Hampton, Georgia.
But, Scott, you know what? When you're playing defense like this, it's given us a couple of opportunities for easy baskets that we haven't been able to take advantage of. And we've got to start to take it, because you're doing such a good job defensively, be able to take advantage of it with the easy buckets on the other end.
LeFew makes a couple of foul shots. Georgia has yet to hit a Scana Energy three-point shot tonight. We're 0 for 5. But leading 22-14. So you like the 8-point lead with 5:14 to go in the first half. Ndongo gives it to George, knocked away by the Dogs in the backcourt. Tech chases it down. George brings it back across. Here's a 3, a front of the rim, won't go. LeFew has the rebound. He has to fight for it, though. They knocked it away, but he picks it up on the second attempt. Dakota down the other end, 3 ball, too deep from straight on, and the rebound taken by Tech on the left side. Yellow Jackets run the floor quickly. LeFew gets in there to impede Kawasi Reeves' progress. He was going in for a baseline jam, and Dakota just got it right in his way and deflected the ball out of bounds. He got all ball with that. I thought they were going to call a foul, but they didn't.
No. They just go out on Georgia. But you're right, he got all ball.
Tech will inbound. McCollum fakes under the basket, throws it out high to the half-court line, and Nathan George Plenty of time on the shot clock for the Yellow Jackets. Onwuchekwa had the ball for a second, gave it to Reeves. He'll distribute to McCollum. Dribbles top of the key, tried a crossover. A little too tricky for his own good. Lost it out of bounds. The ball just kicked to the right and rolled straight towards Mike White on the far side of the floor. That was an unforced error by the Georgia Tech guard. Fourth turnover of the game for the Yellow Jackets. Dogs have possession and an 8-point lead, 22-14. Dakota, three ball, won't go. Still can't get that Scana Energy three to drop for the Dogs. 4:15 to play. First half. LeFew comes up empty. We're 0 for 7 now on three-pointers. Dogs with a steal, block shot. Here's Demery on the drive. They push him away from the lane. He'll pivot and throw it back to Newell, and Newell will follow with the score. There was a foul. Send him to the line. Count the basket.
That was a beautiful play by Silas Demery.
He had nowhere to go with it.
And he fed him great.
He had everywhere to go with it.
Yeah. But he gave it to him in a way that he could do something with it, and that is score and go to the line.
Dogs have built a 10-point lead to knock down these two. He's got 4 points in the ball game, 6-11 from
Just one.
Deanne one, you're correct. Free throw is good by Newell. So 5 points now for Asa, and the Dogs' lead is 11, 25-14. Tech with the basketball. Far side of the floor, it's the big guy that's going to dribble it a couple of times on Wuchekwa. Go back to the far side. Try to run it in with Mustaf. They distribute inside to Dongo, and he gets enough forward momentum to get it inside and up to the basket and good. It's his third basket of the night. Dogs miss one, but Newell gets the rebound, tries to go back up in a triple team. They call a jump ball. They call a tie-up.
Well,
Tech must have gotten
ball.
a hand on the ball for just a fraction of a second. But Tech's going to get it on the alternating possession. So the Yellow Jackets have it right back after trimming an 11-point lead to 9 on that last possession. 25-16, Dogs in front. 3:20 to go first half. Mustaf going to dribble and drive from the left side. Absent blocks his shot. Loose ball picked up on the floor by Blue Kane. Kane down the middle with a right-hand dribble. Hooks it to his left to Silas beyond the arc. We go inside now to Newell. Pass out to the head of the key to Lawrence, and he'll feed Absent at the elbow or just above it. Go back to Lawrence on the right wing. He curled around through the paint, puts it up with the left hand. Won't go. Tap in. No good by Absent. Rebound Tech.
Tap in almost fell. Almost fell.
McCollum basketball. Offensive foul on Georgia Tech. They just ran over Tyron Lawrence, who took that charge and went sliding on the seat of his pants. They're quickly out to mop up the moisture on the floor, and Georgia will have it on the Tech turnover. Dakota LeFew checks back in, and Lawrence, who had been playing with 2 fouls, hustles back to the bench. Somto was running to the scores table. Did he check in? Yeah, I guess he did.
Yeah, but he's going to inbound the ball.
Newell was standing there ready to inbound, and Somto checked in quickly, and so Newell gets a breather. 2:40 to go, first half. Georgia by 9, 25-16 with the ball. LeFew runs an alley-oop to Somto. The pass was a little too high. He got a hand on it, but couldn't smash it down through the rim. So it was an errant shot. Tech with a rebound. They've got the ball. 3 in the right corner. Air ball. Absent gets the rebound off the bounce. Saves it underneath the basket to Silas Demery. Silas drives deep. Penetration. Throws it back out. Kane now to Absent. They reach in. Knock the ball loose. He repossesses. On the block. Nowhere to go with his back to the basket. Sends it out on the wing to Silas. One-hander to Kane. There's an opening there. Oh, all the way on the drive. No good. Somto got the rebound and tried to dunk it. It went up and came back down. He grabbed the rim.
They call it goaltending.
Yeah, they call it basket interference on it. He tried to dunk it. It was no good. Cyril grabbed the rim. It came down. The ball came down through the basket as well. But the officials quickly waved it off because of basket interference on the Dogs.
They want to check it? Yeah.
They're going to go to the monitor. Or are they not? Nope.
No,
They're just talking to the scores table.
Yeah, that's not reviewable.
So Tech has possession. 1:56 to go. Half number one here in Atlanta tonight. 25-16, Dogs in front. The 6'2 McCollum feeds it to the 6'9 Ndongo. Back to McCollum now in his pink shoes. Takes it out above the arc. McCollum curls down the lane. Floater off one hand from 12 feet. Off the rim. Rolls off to the right side. Rebounded by Kane. Dogs with the ball. LeFew has it. Right wing. Here comes a three. No good. Far side of the rim. Rebound. Fought for. Absent trying to get through it. 3 Tech guys beat him to it. Tech runs through the defense. They call a foul on Kane, I think.
Yeah, it's tripping.
Almost another travel on Tech, but Kane got the foot of one of them, got the leg of one of them, tripped him up. Foul on Blue is his second. And is it going to be free throws for Tech? Yep. That's the 7th team foul on the Bulldogs. They're going to get 2 or 1. They call him in the act of shooting.
It's a good question. I thought he was in the act of shooting, but
yeah, he's got 2 here. Jaden Mustaf, 6'5 freshman from Bowie, Maryland, was a teammate of Santos Surreal at Overtime Elite here in Atlanta. Free throw by the right-hander won't go. Off the rim and kicks off left. Mustaf still looking for his first point of the game. 25-16, Dogs by 9, 1:21 to go in the half. R.J. Godfrey checks back in. Dylan James checks into the game for the Dogs as well. Second free throw is all net. Mustaf hits 1 out of 2. Dogs bring it up left to right. Demery checks over his left shoulder with the Georgia bench and head coach Mike White. Into the front court. Used the screen from Newell. Gives it to Asa. Wide open 3. Hits the back of the rim. No good. We miss another. We still haven't made a 3. 0 for 8. Tech with a rebound on the Newell missed 3-pointer. And McCollum has it bounced to the half-court line. Man, they were tight-roping that, trying to save that loose ball. We may have tipped it. That's why they let them to continue play. Tech with the ball, head of the key. Mustaf dribbles to his right. Gives it to O'Brien. Rainbow 3. Going to bounce and kick off right off the glass. LeFew rebounds for the Dogs. Dakota up the far sideline. Screen by Newell, gives it to him. He drives to the basket. They wave off the shot after he dunked it on the finish because Tech fouled before he got there.
Well, if you go about 6 blocks that way from this Coliseum, there's another Coliseum. They're playing there. That would have been good, and the shot.
He's practicing for his next level. Foul on Tech. They call it on Ndongo. That's his 3rd. That's trouble for head coach Damon Stoudemire on the Tech bench. His big man just picked up his 3rd foul in the first half with 34.5 seconds to go. Newell, free throw number 1. Back iron, no good. Score holding steady at 25-17 now. It's 25-16 for a long time. Dogs have been on a little bit of a scoring drought. No points in the last 3.5 minutes. Tech hasn't scored in the last 3:05. Asa, second foul shot. That one kicks out, no good. Rebound Tech. And a foul on Georgia on the rebound. They got Dylan James for a push. Be 1 and 1 on the left end of the floor now for Georgia Tech. 8th team foul on the Bulldogs. Clock barely moved. 33.5 seconds to go. Now, Ndongo finally gets to go to the bench with his 3 fouls as Damon Stoudemire gets him out of the game. And checking in is the 6'9 Ibrahim Soare, redshirt freshman from Guinea.
We're not our usual selves here shooting the ball, particularly at the free throw. 7 for 11. That's...
And 0 for on threes, 0 for 9 on threes.
Yeah.
Free throw by Tech. That won't go. Back of the rim. They tip the rebound to themselves. Another possession for the Yellow Jackets. 27 seconds on the game clock. 14 now on the shot clock. Tech's got it with McCollum. LeFew is guarding. They're trying to screen. McCollum, left-hand dribble. Inside the arc, then back out on the left side of the floor. LeFew's right with him. Reach across. Oh, and they're going to get Dakota for a foul. That arm came across the body too many times, and they finally call him for a block. Dakota picks up his second. And back to the free throw line goes Georgia Tech with 13.9 to play in the half. And the Dogs up 8. Pause for 10 seconds. Station identification on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. Tech nails the front end of the 1-and-1 with Javian McCollum. He has 2 points tonight. Both free throws. He's 2 for 3. 25-18, so Tech's catching up 1 point at a time. Georgia had an 11-point lead at 25-14. They've scored the last 4 points of the game. It's not a highly octane offensive game tonight. Free throw number 2 is good. McCollum hits them both. Georgia can take the last shot. 25-19. 9 seconds to go, 8 seconds. Silas runs baseline. Kane for 3, left side, far side of the rim, won't go. 3 to go. Tech got the rebound. 2 to go, 1 to go. Too late. They throw it up. Try to run a play late there for Soiree, but O'Brien's pass is way away on the left baseline. He catches it, puts it up, but stumbles out of bounds, and that last shot will not drop.
Well, we're going to get the opening.
Silas throws it into the backcourt to Lawrence. He'll give Demery the basketball, and here we go. Between the circles, Silas dribbles, feeds Lawrence to his right on the wing. Back to Demery above the arc. Going to put it on the floor with the left hand, drive down to the right baseline. Now back out. Goes to Newell, underhands it back to Lawrence with 9 to shoot. Feeds Newell. Oh, he drives for a 3. High fly two-handed dunk.
Oh, my goodness.
That was quick.
They ought to count 4 for that. Boy, he just ripped the goal. Wow.
Well, give and go action there between Lawrence and Newell, and Asa would not be denied. Georgia 29-19 with a 10-point lead. They just hit a 3. It came after the whistle.
There, go check it.
Called the foul on the Dogs, and let's see. They're going to check it and see if the basket counts. They're going to review it, I think. So Tech's head coach, Damon Stoudemire, will call his team over, and Georgia will go back to its bench. You may have heard that voice. Lee Cassell, the referee, announcing here on the crowd mic. They're checking to see if the foul occurred before the shot.
And throw it away.
That is a foul right there. Oh, my gosh. Dongo just shoves Lawrence to the floor on the loose ball and then gets it on the other end, and Godfrey blocks him. And then Onwuchukwu pushes Godfrey as Dongo collapses on the floor after the hard foul by Godfrey.
Mike White is livid.
Well, they just missed 2 fouls right there on Tech. And they whistled Georgia for 1 on Ty Lawrence. Dongo's sitting up on the seat of his pants. Now he's up. Is he going to leave the game or no? He may be cut on the face, I think is what they're indicating. He's going to go to the end of the bench. I think that's where we are. Dongo free throw is good. So at least we're back playing now. And we're not doing administrative stuff and fussing with each other.
Well, we may still be fussing with each other, but
Dongo's second free throw for Tech, that one's good. He makes them both. And now they will get the basketball, and Lawrence will check out of the game, and Dakota LaFew will come in for Georgia.
I think Ty Lawrence was just sticking up for his teammate. You know, something that was said or done, he ends up with a technical.
Tech with a chance at a 4-point, maybe a 5-point possession if they hit a 3. They work down to the far right end of the floor. George curls around, drives on the right baseline, all the way to the basket, underhand up and in, good. And they get a 4-point possession, and it's 29-23 Dogs. Georgia with the basketball, finally. LeFew has it to Demery, near side, left of the lane. They tug on his jersey. Kawasi Reeves grabbed a handful of jersey on the back of Demery.
You saw Reeves nod at the official like, yeah, you got me.
Yes, indeed.
He knew he did it.
That's the first foul of the game on Kawasi Reeves, the Florida transfer, 6'7", from Macon, Georgia. And Silas will inbound the basketball. Dogs have a 6-point lead. We've led by as much as 11. Lob it in softly to Godfrey on this near side right in front of us. RJ backs his man down. He bumps. He shoots with one hand. Back of the rim, no good. Onwuchukwu got the rebound, the 6'11 center from Dallas, Texas. George into the front court for Tech. They work left to right in this half. Clock ticking. We're not even 2 minutes in, but it seems like we've been playing for at least 10 minutes. McCollum holds on the logo, drives to his left with a left-hand dribble, pivots and spins, runs behind a screen, trying to draw a foul, and he does on Silas. Demery called for the foul for Georgia.
A little bit of a late whistle, too. It was...
well, the acting job came.
The acting job was what sold it, and it was a little late on that. It was kind of like they were waiting for those last votes to come in from the academy to decide whether or not he got the little statue.
Demery with his first. And Tech inbounds, and here we go again. They've got 16 on the shot clock. George walks it on the logo. Crossover, moves to his right, reverses to his left. McCollum for three, short side iron. Rebound off the fingertips of Blue Kane, but he chases it down and runs into the front court. Newell has it now, head of the key. 360 pivot, back to Kane. He drives left edge of the lane, puts it up with the right hand, falling down out of bounds on the left side. It won't go. Hits the side of the rim, rebounded by Tech. Both teams still cold shooting the basketball. George at 34% for the game, Tech at 22%. And Kane just caught an offensive foul from the big guy, the 6'11", 240 Onwuchukwu. Set a screen, and Kane went right through it and went flopping on the ground.
Stuck that. That was in hockey, that's called a body check. That's a.
As long as he wasn't high sticking. Dogs will inbound in the backcourt. I think they showed a replay, and the Tech fans didn't like the call. Dogs have possession and a 6-point lead, 29-23. Kane skips it to the wing. Demery chases the ball on the near side. Back to Blue. Kane will dribble and drive, kick into the corner. LeFew along the baseline, all the way to the basket. Short on the little short jumper underneath, but a foul on Tech. A push on Javian McCollum. That's his second, team's fourth. And the Dogs will go to the line with LeFew. LeFew at the line. Free throw is good. Dakota hit his first two in the first half. Now he's made all three. He's only missed one this season. He's 13, making 11 out of 12 on the year. Right-handed shooter, LeFew, all net. Made them both. He's got 6 points in the game. And Georgia leads at 31-23. George brings it up into the front court against Silas Demery. They screen. Dongo gets tangled up with him again. Every time he sets a screen, he gets his legs all tangled up in Silas. McCollum goes to George on the near side, high on the right wing. Into the paint, hesitates, still dribbling. Turn, fade, off the left side, won't go. Tap up by Tech. No good. Ball is loose. Rebound collected by Onwuchukwu, and he scores from the right side, and we foul it.
Well, Georgia just doing a good job contesting on the boards, but they couldn't get a grip on it. And finally, Tech was able to tap it in and draw a foul at the same time.
Fouls on Newell, his first for the freshman. Yeah, they're 6'11 and 6'9 were working the glass down there, and they ended up with points and a three-point opportunity for Dorian Onwuchukwu at 6'11, the freshman. with his first basket of the game. Now a chance for a free throw. He'll get one. Godfrey out of the contest for the Dogs, and Somto back in. Free throw, back iron, no good. Chase for the rebound. Dogs are going to get there as the ball carried all the way out to half court. LeFew got it. Now he's wide open for a three. Short side iron. Oh,
we cannot buy one.
Great look at it. Was short on it. Terry got the rebound for Tech. 31-25. Dogs by 6. McCollum dribbles to the foul, to the baseline, into the corner. O'Brien for three. No, that's Lance Terry, excuse me. Lance Terry with his first three-pointer. They've got 2 tonight. The Dogs don't have any. We're 0 for 11 on Scana Energy three-pointers. Demery all the way down the lane to the rack, and the lay-in is good for Silas. Where was the Tech defense on that?
He beat him. He just flat out beat him.
Laid it up softly from the left side of the iron. 33-28 now, Georgia by 5. McCollum straight on three, closes the gap a little bit more. His first three, their third. 33-31 now. Georgia's lead is down to 2. Aitson will try a three. Too deep. We tip out the rebound. Newell chases it down about 2 feet inside the half-court line. Dogs with a 2-point lead in the ball. Silas for three. No good again. Oh. Rebound Tech. 0 for 13 on 3 points is Georgia.
Well, I guess it's fair to say we're due.
George will try a three for Tech. He's wide open. Look from the left slot. Won't go. Finds iron instead. Rebound to the Dogs. 2-point lead for the Dogs. LeFew drops it off to Somto in the paint. He's surrounded. Tech with a steal. They save it over the end line. Tech running the floor. They've got numbers. The alley-oop lob was blocked by LeFew. But Tech able to catch the ball out of the air after the deflection by Dakota LeFew.
Just great hustle by LeFew.
He saved the basket right there, I think. Tech with a basketball. George, 10 to shoot. Give it to the big guy. He's going to launch a three. It's good. And they've taken the lead. And George is going to have to call a timeout. Onwachukwu hits the three. And suddenly Tech in front, 34-33.
Scott, we've talked about this, about the three-point shot, what it means to the game of college basketball. It's aggressive here in the second half, particularly behind the arc. They've had good looks.
Georgia ball, LeFew with George waving his arms at him, getting all in his shirt. LeFew has it, head of the key, fakes left, drives right. No look dish to Somto, he missed the dunk. We got the rebound with LeFew, the putback won't roll in there. He turned and tried to shoot it off the glass, and it was left short. Dongo got the rebound for Tech. How Somto missed that dunk, I don't know.
I'm not sure how LeFew missed the putback.
Tech with a basketball. They take it in the paint. Nothing there. Somto guarding O'Brien. They take it back out with 9 to shoot. McCollum deep on the left wing. Tries to go by Kane. He'll step back and hoist the three. Around the rim and off. No good. Godfrey got the rebound for the Dogs. Still a 1-point lead for the Yellow Jackets. Kane on the dribble, right side. Now comes to the near side. It curls around a screen from Godfrey. Down the lane, in the paint. Nothing there. Kicks it back on the bounce to Tyron Lawrence. Lawrence with a crossover. Whistle from the baseline. They're going to have a foul on O'Brien, I think, for Georgia Tech.
Yeah, pushing on, he was pushing RJ.
Three on O'Brien, and that'll get us into an immediate timeout. 13:31 to go in the game. Georgia, Pat Lawrence, who's on the floor for Georgia. He's playing with 3, including a technical foul. Dogs ball. Demery, they tug on his jersey again. This time no whistle because he was stationary. In the right corner, LeFew misses a 3 off the front of the rim. Rebound chased down by Lance Terry. He beat Lawrence to the loose ball coming this way. Tech's got the ball. They lead by 1, 34-33. Dongo, top of the key, dribbles across it. Goes to McCollum. He curls behind the screen. Alley-oop to Dongo. Tried to go high in the air and flush it home.
I think
we fouled him in the air. Yep, they got Godfrey for the foul. Number 2 on Godfrey. And free throws coming, 2 of them, for Bai Ndongo, 6'9", 240-pound sophomore from Senegal. ACC all-freshman team last year. Was Tech's leading rebounder and shot blocker last season as well. Was second on the team in scoring on a squad that went 14-18. Ndongo hits the foul shot. 3 for 3 tonight. He's got 9 points. And 9 points, folks, is the leading scorer on the floor on both teams. No one in double figures yet. Ndongo with a chance to get there. The right-hander puts it up, going to roll in for him. He's the first in double figures. He's got 10.
And if you happen to think with all these big men on the floor there might be interest from the NBA, you'd be right. 24 scouts here tonight.
All taking a peek. Demery on the dribble and drive, a whistle and a foul on the floor as Silas finishes the play and goes for the lay-in, which he made. Foul's going to be on Lance Terry, I believe. Is that right? That's his third, if that's the case. Yes, that's the call. So they have 4 players with 3 fouls right now. Georgia inbounds. We're down 3. We've just experiencing a dreadful scoring drought. Demery tight-roping along the baseline, ducks underneath the backboard, then jumps out and lays it in, looking straight up through the net, and he got fouled as well. You know, count the basket and send him to the line.
One of the things you love about Silas Demery, and we've seen this, Scott, last year and again now, he's the kind of young man that when things start to go bad, he'll take control of a game for you, you know, put you on his shoulders and say, here, let me get us back to where we need to be, and then see if everybody else can't chime in.
Well, let's hope they get on the Silas Demery train right now after that play. 3-point opportunity for Demery. Right-hander puts it up and good. Big play for Silas Demery. That's a Scana Energy 3-point play the old-fashioned way right there. And Demery now with 9 points. He's Georgia's leading scorer. So McCollum has 4 fouls with that technical, and he goes to the bench. Tech with the basketball. We're tied at 36 now after the 3-point play by the Dogs. Catch and shoot 3 by O'Brien. That's good, as you can hear from the reaction. His second 3-pointer, and it's 39-36 Tech. That's their 5th 3-pointer. Georgia still hasn't hit one. We're 0 for 14. Dakota LeFew with the ball. One dribble, feeds Lawrence, head of the key. Foul line extended, now on the right baseline, still dribbling through the paint. Feeds LeFew, he attacks from the left side, flips it up, a little wrist flip right off the glass, and good on the banker.
And Big Santo gave him a great screen to keep a defender from blocking that shot.
Dakota went in with no fear. There were a lot of white jerseys in there. And LeFew makes it a 1-point game. It's 39-38 Tech. They've got the ball. Ndongo overhead toss to Mustaf with 10 to shoot. Left-hand dribble through the legs, behind the screen, through the paint, pivots. Godfrey's all over him. Great defense by RJ. Forced it out on the wing. Terry ducks under the defender. Hoists a late 3 at the end of the shot clock. No good. Rebound is loose. They got the right bounces. Tech got it high on the right wing. After it bounced on the floor, Ndongo slapping it off the floor and bouncing it high, and Tech gets another shot at it.
Boy, just a great bounce. They were very fortunate.
7 to shoot. Cross-court pass deflected by the Dogs, out of bounds near sideline. In front court, Tech will have 4 on the clock. Newell and LeFew are 5 on the floor. Lee Cassell still holding the basketball. Now he bounces it to the Tech guard. George looks to the basket. They go for it. We jump in the air. Ball is loose. We deflected it and took it away in the corner. That was like a Hail Mary pass, and everybody just jumped and went for it, and we got the tip. LeFew has the dribble. They try to poke it away from behind with Terry. They were unsuccessful. Dogs with the ball. LeFew on the logo. Dribbles around the defense. Nice no-look side pass to Godfrey. Into the corner to Demery. 12 to shoot. Fade away 2 in the paint. comes off the rim, won't go.
Oh,
no! With the flush, goes back to Hardway, got the rebound and went in strong and dunked it. He's got 9, and the Dogs back in the lead, 40-39. Tech ball, 10:22 to go. 3 ball by George from the right slot, off the rim. Rebound on the run. Demery up the far sideline, scoops it back to Newell. Look out! Oh my goodness! He just lowered the right shoulder right into the chest of Mustaf.
Well, he did.
Who took a slide, a clear charge on the Georgia freshman. He was going in for the dunk, and he was, get out of my way. Here comes my right shoulder right into your breastbone.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. Well, the Dogs turn it over on the offensive foul. Second foul of the game on Newell. Dongo checks out. And the 6'11", Dorian Onwachukwu comes back in. He's got 8 rebounds for Georgia Tech.
If nothing else, they'll all be a little more hesitant to step in front of Asa next time.
Maybe that was the point.
Woo!
A little more than 10 minutes to play here in Atlanta tonight. 1-point Georgia lead. Tech with the basketball. Handoff on the wing to Mustaf. He's guarded by Demery. Mustaf puts it inside. He pushes off. There's an offensive foul. He got the right arm, forearm right into the chest of Demery and shoved him to the floor.
That little chicken wing action with the right elbow flying up.
It's getting pretty physical. If it hasn't been already. 40-39. Georgia gets the ball. Offensive foul on Georgia Tech. That's their 8th. Georgia with 7 here in the half, so both teams already in the bonus when it comes time to shoot free throws. Clock under 10 minutes, 9:55 and moving. Demery trots it across into the front court. Lawrence comes to retrieve the basketball. Tyron with a little hop and a skip in his drive down the left edge of the lane, and he's fouled going up in the air to try to lay it in.
Well, that's just sacrificing your body, because you go up in the air like that, and you know that defender's going to knock you to the floor.
And that was the big defender, too, the 6'11", 240 Onwachukwu, who committed the foul, his 3rd.
Well, full credit to Ty for taking that shot.
Lawrence, the left-hander, knocks down free throw number 1. That's his first point of the night. Ty came into the game averaging almost 12 a game through the first 3. More than 1,000 points scored in his graduate career at Vanderbilt. Free throw number 2, gonna rattle and roll off. No good. Tech rebounds. Made 1, missed 1. Dogs by 2, 41-39. Points are at a premium tonight. 9:33, 9:32 remaining. Tech with the ball on the wing. Throw it back. Stolen by Lawrence. Couldn't find the handle cleanly. Tried to save it. It got away from him and bounces out. He stepped out of bounds while he was holding the ball on the near sideline in front court.
Stepped out right in front of us here. His foot just kind of slid.
He tipped it into the front court right on the logo and tried to chase it down. He batted it to his left, and it came bouncing out of bounds to the near side, and Lawrence stepped on the sideline. They said it's Tech's basketball, but the officials are having a chat at the middle of the floor. Lee Cassell, Pat Adams, Jeb Hartness. They're going to review something.
Going to check it.
Going to look at the monitor.
Adam has some kind of boxing thing he wants to watch tonight, and I don't know if to keep doing this. He's already got it up on his pad over there.
Georgia court just now on the front side with 9, with 8 on the wing into the corner to Kawasi Reeves. Back to George. He's going to attack from the left wing. Scoop shot on a reverse won't go. The big guy tried to grab the ball with one hand. He hung on the rim. Was trying to hang on the rim and grab the ball at the same time. Onwachukwu was. The officials blow the whistle on that.
And Tech's walking back. I think they know that.
They call a technical on Onwachukwu for hanging on the iron. He was clearly grabbing it with one hand, pulling down on the rim and trying to palm the ball and slam it home with the other. Damon Stoudemire not liking that call. They're going to go over to the scorer's table. They might want to get a room at the scorer's table tonight because all of these guys have been over there most of the evening. My goodness.
They may be watching that same boxing match that Adam's watching.
One free throw for Georgia on the technical foul for hanging on the rim for Onwuchukwu. LeFew, deep breath at the line. He's got his ball held up, pressed up against his left leg. He'll hit that free throw. And the way this one's going, that could be the deciding point in this thing when it's all said and done. 42-39, Georgia by 3. LeFew checks out. Blue Cane back in for the Dogs. 9:14 to go. And Tech will have the possession down on the far right end. Lance Terry thought about throwing it into the paint on the entry. Nothing there. Throws it out to the 6'11" Onwuchukwu out on the left wing. He's dribbling the basketball. Now scoops it back to Terry. Transfer from Gardner-Webb over to George. They go on the right side of the floor. And Ndongo got the ball. Jump hook. Pushed out of the paint. Had to shoot it from about 7 or 8 feet away, and he missed it off the rim. Rebound to the Dogs. Georgia works on the offensive end. Lawrence, spin move, almost walked as he tried to distribute to Newell. Now they settle down. Tyron's got the basketball. A hop in his left-hand dribble, rolled it off his foot, chases it down on the logo. Shot clock's at 10. Dogs ball, Kane from the right wing. Penetrate, kick out, Newell, 3. There's the first one of the night. Scana Energy, big old three-point basket for Asa Newell.
I knew sooner or later, and now maybe that'll knock the top off.
45-39, Georgia plus 6 on the scoreboard. Tech's gone silent for a while now. Ndongo matched up with Godfrey, baseline spin. RJ doesn't buy the fake. They kick it out to George with 9 to shoot on the wing. They set a screen. George runs an alley-oop for some reason. 10 feet away from the basket. He threw it to Ndongo, back to George. He misses a 3 on the left wing.
Yeah,
they just totally
defense.
screwed up that
just
play.
Terrific defense.
Dogs ball. Here's Lawrence driving and rolling it in off the kiss and a foul. Count the basket. Send that boy to the free throw line. 47-39. A three-point play. He's got an and one opportunity here. 8 for 11 from the line in the first 3 games. He's 1 for 2 tonight. Try to give the Dogs a 9-point lead. Left-handed shooter, free throw, good. So Georgia by 9 now, 48-39. 7:50 to play here in Atlanta tonight. McCollum hops across the half-court line, drives to his right on the wing. We switch defensively. Kane's on him, step back 3, off the rim, no good. Asa Newell, high two-handed rebound, outlet to Lawrence as Asa falls down, now hustles back up the floor. Lawrence with the ball. Newell sets a screen. Lawrence dribbles above the 3. Now penetrate, alley-oop! Asa Newell with a direct deposit. He's got 14. And a foul in the backcourt on Blue Cane. Ouch. Kane with number 3.
Did you see what he did? I didn't see what he did.
I didn't catch it either.
I guess Pat Adams did.
50-39, Georgia leads. And they've matched their large lead of the game at 11. But Tech is going to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. That's the 8th team foul on Georgia. It'll be McCollum shooting the 1-and-1, the transfer from Oklahoma. Also played at Siena before arriving here in Atlanta. He's a senior. Free throw is good. So he makes the front end. Seven points now for McCollum in the game. Averaging 15.3 through Tech's first 3 games. Free throw number 2 is also good. 50-41. It's back to single digits. Dogs by 9 with the ball. Demry pushes it to Lawrence on the wing. Back to Silas between the circles. Somto sets a screen. We go back to Lawrence on the wing. They double over there. Give it to Silas. He drives to the foul line. Floater right hand from 13 feet. Good.
He is so good. He can do so many things on the basketball court. So much fun to watch.
Just inside the foul line going towards the bucket. He floated it up in there all net. McCollum tries to answer, runs an alley. They've tried that alley-oop thing, and it hasn't worked yet. Dongo got away from it. Georgia couldn't get the high deflection, though. They go back to Dongo, and this time he got the high percentage shot. He just went up and dunked it. Well, there was no alley-oop involved on that one. Dozen points for Dongo. Georgia goes to its big man, Somto, falling down. He catches it, throws it up off the glass as he falls to the floor, and it goes.
Somto's having a good night.
9 points, season high for Cyril. 54-43, Dogs in front. Tech attacks out of the right corner. They drive through the paint, scoop it up on a reverse lay-in. It's good by Lance Terry, and the foul on the Dogs is going to go against Silas, I think. Yeah, they got Demery for his third, so it's an and one opportunity now for Georgia Tech. Terry with the basket. He will go to the line. 6'3" guard from College Park, Georgia, and a transfer from Gardner-Webb. Right-handed shooter. Free throw stance. He delivers. It's good. Dogs can't pull away and stay away. Tech wants to hover. They're down 8, 54-46. Kane with the ball deep out front beyond the three-point line. Dribbles it across the logo to his right. Now back to the near side and feeds Lawrence on the wing. Ty with 2 dribbles and gives it to Kane. Jab, step, Kane, 3. Around the rim and out. No good. Wouldn't go. O'Brien rebound. Tried to control it. Dribbled it behind his back. Ball is loose. Picked up at half court by Silas. Feeds Kane, breaking to the basket. Laying in. Blue. It's good. Great hustle by Demery and Kane.
It really was, and great teamwork.
Blue with his first basket of the night, his first points of the half. He's got 5 in the game. Georgia by 10. 56-46. Deflection on the far sideline by Blue Kane. Tips it into the Georgia bench. They were trying to go up the wing out of the corner from O'Brien to McCollum, and Blue interceded and got his hands on the ball.
I hope if young kids that are listening to us ever come to a Georgia game and want to learn how to play basketball the right way, watch Blue Kane. He hustles all the time. Always hustling.
Dogs substitute. Somto comes out. LeFew's back on the floor with Silas, Newell, Godfrey, and Kane. Tech ball, 12 to shoot, 5:17 to play. They trail by 10, 56-46. Oh, nice give and go by Terry and Dongo. Dongo missed the shot going down to the basket. We got over late to defend and fouled him. And the foul on RJ. Godfrey picks up his third. That's number 10 on the Dogs. Tech already has 10, so both teams in the double bonus for the last 5-12 of the game. Tech will go to the line with Bai Dongo. And he's perfect from the line tonight, 4 for 4. Just 4 for 12 from the field. Everything he's put up tonight, Chuck, seems like it's been contested. And this is the only place where we can't contest his shots at the free throw line, and he's 5 for 5 as he makes that one. Somebody's got to leave the floor for Tech.
I was going to say,
a little bit of confusion there.
They got guys running all over the place there trying to decide who's in, who's out.
They finally send Dorian Onwuchekwa to the bench, the 6'11 freshman. Dongo barely moves the net on that one. He makes the pair. He's got 14. 56-48 Dogs. Georgia with the possession. We near 5 minutes to play. LeFew has it, head of the key. One-handed bounce pass to Kane in the circle. Right in front of the basket. He's going to back up above the arc. Looking for help. Gets it to Demery. Players trip. Georgia Tech's guy fell on the floor. Wanted to whistle. Terry. Now Demery going to draw.
That was good defense.
He's going to dribble and drive. He lowered the shoulder and gets called for a charging foul.
Yep.
Terry's back on the floor again for Tech.
Terry did a great job. He just hustled and got in front of Silas. Was that his 4?
That's 4 on Silas, so he's out. And Lawrence is back in. He's got 3, including a technical tonight. Lawrence and McCollum both got called for double technicals earlier in the game. 56-48, Dogs in front by 8 with 4:46 to play. Georgia's been in front most of the night, but Tech hovering. They've been in front for almost 25 minutes of the game. McCollum going to dribble and drive. Got ahead of our defense there and lays it up with the left hand from the left side.
Yeah, I'm not sure if everybody was looking.
I think you're right. Georgia's trying to answer here. Blue for a three. Good! Blue Kane with a big old Scana Energy three on the left wing.
Oh,
his first of
nice.
the game. Tech hustles into the front court. Almost lost it in the near right corner. Dongo has it. Misdribbled it going through the paint. Off his foot. Rolls to Asa Newell. We pick it up. Tech turns it over. Dogs ball leading by 9. 59-50 with 4 minutes to go. LeFew with a skip pass to Lawrence. Fakes the overhead, going to keep it instead. Dribbles with the left hand, drives, wrap around underhand to Godfrey around Big Dongo. Lay in good. Whistle and a foul. Send RJ to the line.
Opportunity here to open up our biggest lead of the night at 12. And it's been like pulling teeth.
How about that wraparound pass from Tyron Lawrence?
That was beautiful.
RJ was just waiting for it on the other side. Timeout. Georgia going to the line. When we come back, we've matched the 11-point lead again for the third time in the game. It's Georgia 61, Tech 50, and the Dogs are on the line when we come back on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
After you work out, you can feel worn out. Reach for core.
Free throw on the way. Back of the rim, no good. Rebound tapped up, grabbed out of the air by McCollum on the right wing. Tech with the basketball. They push it up left to right. A drive with Terry out of the left corner. Tucks and runs, misses the running layups. Dongo missed the rebound as well. Dogs have the ball. We run with Lawrence right down the right edge of the lane. He's pushed and fouled out of bounds as he misses the running layup attempt.
All right, now maybe we can get past that 11-point lead and get that 12th, maybe even that 13th up there.
Oh, Lawrence has a chance for that. He's got 2 free throws coming. Two free throws for Tyron Lawrence. Free throw number 1 is good, and there's a 12-point lead for the Dogs and 10 points. 5 points in the game for Mr. Lawrence. Fouls on Tech's Nathan George as Lawrence misses the second free throw attempt. It rimmed out to the left side, and Tech has the basketball. 62-50. Dogs in front with 3:25 to play. Steal by Kane on the wing. Race to the basket. One-handed dunk. Kane with the steal and the flush on the left end of the floor.
Blue saw that pass coming from down on the baseline and started running. He caught it in stride.
Tech with the ball. Terry attacks down the lane. Windmill scoop shot up and in good from the left side of the iron all the way to the backcourt. He's got 8 for the Yellow Jackets. 64-52. Dogs lead by 12. And 2:53 to play, and the clock ticks here in Atlanta tonight. Oh, wide open LeFew, and underneath the basket, and Lawrence saw him and threw a 30-foot pass on a laser beam right to LeFew, and he puts it up and in under the basket.
And Stoudemire wants to talk things over.
I don't blame him after
good.
that.
2:39 to play, and Dogs now up 14 points.
66-52. You can hear some barking here at McCamish Pavilion. The dunk.
It's what we call a pick 2.
I like it. You may have come up with something there. Terry gives Kane a head fake to the left and drives to the right, goes baseline and up and under on a reverse lay-in for the Georgia Tech guard. He's got 10. It's 66-54. Georgia's lead is 12, and Mike White wants a timeout now with 2:19 to play.
You are starting to hear in the crowd now those chants of UGA, something they're not accustomed to hearing here. Well, actually, they are when we generally play here because we always bring good crowds to Georgia Tech.
Dogs inbound to LeFew in the backcourt. Now Demery comes to retrieve the basketball. Silas dribbles on the logo. Quick handoff to Lawrence and back to Silas. Fakes the pass, hooks it now left to Newell. Asa feeds Lawrence. 7 to shoot. Dogs working some clock. Here's Silas for a 3, and he buries it.
Oh,
that's a dagger.
Everybody hits a three now.
The dagger with 156. It's 69 to 54. 15-point Georgia lead with 148 to go. Terry for three. He got the bounce. It bounced 4 times and fell in for him.
Yeah.
140 to play.
The ball ate 6 seconds off the clock, bouncing.
A quick steal by Tech. And a basket for Tech and a foul for Georgia. It's back to 10. And a free throw. Boy, that's
just like that.
A quick 6 points possibly if they hit the free throw here. I may have daggerized too soon. 69-59. 137 to play. McCollum's at the line. Free throw good. 3-point play.
And a 6-point trip down the floor.
Pressure by Tech in the backcourt. Silas to Asa. To Lawrence. He'll carry it across the timeline, and a foul at the half-court spots by Lance Terry. And now some more words being exchanged on the other end as Lawrence continued to play.
Lee Cassell was on top of that Tech guy about.
I guess Dongo didn't like the fact that Lawrence went on and made the basket after the whistle was called at half court. So the clock stopped with 1:34 to go. It's a 3-possession game right now, and Georgia can make it a 4 with free throws. Ty Lawrence will get 2. 69-60. We're up 15 points for a smidge. But then Tech got 6 points quickly on a 3, and then a steal and a 3-point play. Free throw number 1 by Lawrence is good. Tyron Lawrence with 6. He's only got 1 basket tonight. And he makes both free throws there. 2 big foul shots for Lawrence. 71-60 Dogs. 90 seconds to go. Tech in front court. Terry has it. 2 men chased him. Godfrey's on him now. Jump stop in the paint. Fadeaway 2. Rolls in there good. Lance Terry with a dozen. The transfer from Gardner-Webb and the redshirt senior. 71-62. Tech gets it back to single digits as we approach 60 seconds to go. Demery double teamed at the half-court line. He tried to jump and pass to Lawrence, and they foul him. Foul was on Bryan. He was one of the 2 defenders there, and that's his 5th. 2 free throws coming for the Dogs and Silas Demery. Clock at 70 seconds remaining. Long ball game tonight. Better than 2 hours and 20 minutes already.
Well, there have been a lot of officials, guys in striped shirts, looking at television monitors across the way.
And 46 fouls combined. 25 on Tech, 21 whistled on the Dogs.
And that explains the extensive time at the monitors.
Demery at the line, waiting for the basketball. Tech sends another player on the foul lane there. Last to join the party was Lance Terry. Silas for free throws. Number 1, good, all net. Demery now 2 for 2 from the line with 15 points in the game. 6 rebounds and 3 assists to add to his stat line.
Well, he fills out a stat sheet for you.
Now that free throw is good. 16 points. Demery made them both. Dogs by 11, 73-62. 68 seconds to play. Tech basketball. George dribbles left wing. LeFew guards. They screen and push LeFew off. Now he's matched up with Ndongo. One-handed bullet pass, almost stolen by Lawrence. He tipped it, tried to catch the tip. Fell face first on the floor, chest first. Ball got loose from him, went diving for it as it rolls out of bounds. Another great effort by Lawrence.
Just great hustle.
Tech's going to keep the basketball, but almost a tremendous defensive play by Lawrence. It was a fine defensive play just to deflect that pass as it was. Tech will throw it in deep in the right corner. Is guarding the inbounds pass from Terry. Throws it up the wing to his left to George. Back to Terry for a 3-point shot. No good, off the iron. Dongo had the rebound, put it on the floor. We swipe it loose. Their other big guy picks it up and puts it in on Wachukwa. He got the bounce in the basket and a foul on the play. And then he flexed after that with 47 seconds to go, and the other team leading by 9.
I was going to say that flex doesn't mean a whole lot.
If he hits the foul shot, it'll be an 8-point game. With 47 seconds to play, now we've got another timeout call. Georgia Tech with the time. 47.4 to go. 73-64 is the score. Dogs have 4 players in double figures tonight, led by Demery, 16, followed by Newell's, 14. LeFew has 11, and Kane has 10. Georgia Tech's leading scorer is Lance Terry, the guard, 15 points for him. Dongo has 14, and McCollum has 13. Leading rebounder is Onwachukwu, the guy that just made that last basket and is going to shoot a free throw. He's got 10 rebounds tonight to go with 7 points. Close to a double-double, but not quite there for the freshman from Dallas, Texas. That last foul was on Lawrence. That's his 4th. And Onwachukwu at the free throw line, where he is 0 for 4 this season. 0 for 1 tonight. 6'11", right-hander. Ball's in the air. No good. Dongo got up in the air, went over a Georgia defender, maybe 2, and tried to tip the rebound. He swatted it over in the 3 run, including an 11-0 surge as LeFew misses the free throw. That gave them an 8-point lead. They got it up to double digits at 50-39 for the second time in the game. And have had it basically anywhere from 8 to 15 points since then. 73-64, second free throw won't kick in there. Hit the back of the rim and the front of rim for Dakota LeFew. He missed them both. Tech with 30 seconds left and the ball. They're down 9 points. Terry's going to tuck it and run. Foul in the paint as he continues to play and lays it up and in. No basket, though. 2 free throws instead. They're in the double bonus as well. And the foul was on LeFew, his 3rd. We're never going to get out of the building. 25 seconds to go. Terry, right-handed shooter. Free throw is all net. Trying to make it a 7-point game if he hits the second one. 73-65. Soiree comes in for Onwachukwu. 6'9", redshirt freshman, 225. Terry's second foul shot is also good. He's been their main source of offense in the second half. All 16, make it 17 of his points in the game have come in the second half. Demery to inbound, 25 seconds on the clock. The lead is 7 for the Dogs. Get it into Lawrence. He's in the backcourt. He's double teamed now. Steps through and they foul. Tried to step through and pass to his right to Demery, who was just up ahead and off to the right on the sideline in backcourt. And one of those 2 Tech defenders fouled him, stopping the clock with 19.9 to go. Fouls on Soiree. And that's why he was in the game, because he has no fouls until now. Just about everybody else on the floor. 3, 4.
Yeah, you know, Adams got 2.
Lawrence, left-handed shooter, free throw is good. All of Tyron's points have come here in the second half. He's got 8 and looking for his 9th after they substitute. Soiree out and Onwachukwu back in. Offense, defensive switch. Free throw by Lawrence is good. He's made 4 in a row from the line. 75-66, less than 20 seconds to go. George into the front court, goes right to Terry. Crossover, going to take it inside. Contact made. We grab the rim, shake the basket. He makes the shot anyway, and we foul. My goodness.
That was a circus shot.
He was being fouled and knocked back the other way, and he windmilled that thing up and in. While all the while, Asa Newell had gone up to try to block it and grab the rim or the net and pulled down on it. That basket was rocking, but Tech came knocking and got the bucket. And now Tech's going to the line. 75-68. They will not go away. Free throw good by Terry. 3-point play. He's got 20 points tonight. Stop fouling, Georgia. 75-69 with 11.2. Dimry looking to inbound over Soiree at 6'9". Throw it into Newell. Skip it back to Dimry in the backcourt. And the redshirt freshman grabs Silas softly around the waist and fouls him. That's number 2 on Ibrahim Soiree. And that'll put Dimry on the foul line with 8.4 seconds to go. And a 6-point lead. And Dimry a chance for free points here. He's got 16 tonight. 3 for 3 from the line. Knock him down and send us home, Silas. I don't need to be out late tonight. Free throw going to roll in there good.
Oh, put a little suspense in it, but
I did. It almost kicked over the rim. Tech substitutes again. Soiree goes out, and on Wachukwa back in. Dimry, free throw. Long look in the air, good.
8-point lead, 8
hit them
seconds.
both, nailing it shut for the Dogs. 5 seconds to go. Dogs by 8. Onwachekwa gonna fade away 3, side of the rim. Tech with a rebound. The putback will spin around there and go.
They're going to check it. They're going to go check it.
You might be right. I didn't see an indication.
Oh, no, they're going to
I think you're right. They're going to go look at it.
I'll be honest with you, I couldn't tell, but quite honestly, I don't care.
It's either 77-69 or let's see what the score is. Are they counting the basket?
Well, they have not put it on the scoreboard, but they are over there looking at it.
I can't see through all the bodies to see the official decision either.
There goes Pat.
Well, the scoreboard says 77-69.